Collier Motors Paint and Body presenting the Coach's Corner with the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School, Coach Matt Griffith. And Coach, we get the first one under our belt, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it was exactly what I thought it would be. It was going to come down to the wire. It's a game that could have gone either way. And, I tell you, I'm proud of the kids because if you face adversity that early on and be able to handle it, I'm hoping it'll pay off this season.
Talk about thoughts on the first half to begin with.
Yeah, I think we came out ready to play. We take the opening drive all the way down. We have two crucial penalties and then miss a field goal. They drive down and we end up punting. When we scored, I thought, okay, we're in good shape. And we just had a lull in the second quarter. I didn't think we played well in the second quarter on both sides of the ball. We get down 14-7. And there was it was an old-fashioned wake-up call at halftime. Our kids had a look, and they just needed to be woke up and realize, okay, we told you all week you're in a dogfight. Now it's time. And I thought we responded very well. We came out with two quick scores in the third quarter.
That third quarter was key.
It was key. And I tell you what, people forget what we call flipping the field, which is field position. We kept them pinned deep, and our defense kept giving us the ball at the 50, the ball at the 40, the ball at the 45. That is a key aspect in any level of play. I think that was the difference in the game.
Third quarter, Sylacauga coming out of the half trailing 14-7, and Chilton County takes a kickoff, and it looked like they're going to run it out the end of the stadium. They get a penalty, and Sylacauga holds, and they turn the field and get it going right there.
Yeah, and it was key. And I tell you, we thought there would be a little bit more offensive struggle than it was. It ended up being more of a defensive struggle. Our defense had a key stop. I can't say it enough. When they decided to go for two and not kick the extra point.
Did that surprise you?
It didn't, with the way they were moving the ball late in the fourth quarter.
I think, 3 to go or something like that?
Somewhere? Yeah, there's 3 minutes to go. I know what he was thinking as a coach. He's on the road. He's had a lot of penalties the second half. I'm going to win this thing right now. And our defense, when they stopped them, that was huge right there. Big stop. Then we're just running the clock out when Alex breaks the last one right there to put it 28-20. And I've never in my life – I was screaming at him to get out, but you can't tell a big running back not to score. Because at 28-20, I still didn't feel safe. You're an onside kick and a Hail Mary and a 2-point play, and
we've seen it happen, haven't we?
We have, and I tell you what, Lou's a 10th grader. He's on our hands team. We put baseball kids up front because they're used to fielding balls. He did a great job on the onside kick.
Led by senior quarterback Jackson Walker. Your thoughts on him?
Thought he played a great second half. We're still not hitting some receivers that we need to hit. We're a little off with our timing. I think that's going to get better as the year goes on. But I thought he managed the game very well. He came out the second half. You can't ask a kid to read the option as good as he was reading it.
And he read it all the way down the line.
He reads it all the way down the line. He knows the offense. He knows what we want to do out of that offense. And it's just one of those things we just got to keep getting better when we throw the football. We were 2 for 8 or 3 for 9. I really thought if you go back and look at the film, we should have been 7 for 8, 8 for 9. We should have, we're not going to throw a lot, but when we throw, we want to complete it. And, we want to get that to about 15, 16 times a game. And I think we've got the receivers to do it. And it's just an ongoing process.
Sylacauga 28, Chilton County 20. In the Aggie home opener. And obviously, Chilton County kept loading up the box because they're concerned about Thomason. Talk about him.
Well, Alex is Alex. I keep telling folks that. I think he was Daily Home Player of the Week. He did a great job. They had him at 168. We had him at 176 with our stats. Just a tremendous strong. You can see how strong he is. He never goes down with the first tackle.
Seems to get stronger as the game goes along.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Now, you don't come across those guys much. He gets stronger as the game goes on, and he gets stronger as the game is important. And he's that guy. And he wants the ball in those key times. Great kid. He's a 20 on ACT. He's a 3.6 grade point average. He is exactly what we want at Sylacauga. He's just a great kid.
28-20 Sylacauga over Chilton County. Was there a play or two that just jumped out at you and you thought, wow, that's refreshing to see?
Well, the kid catching the onside kick was one, but it had to be the goal line stand on the 2-point conversion. The effort that our kids were given to get off blocks to make that play, they were huge up front. That's as big of offensive line as we've seen in a while. We're small up front. Y'all know that I've said that for 12 years. We play with a smaller kid up front, but he's a quick, strong kid. And just the effort up front defensively, that was key because there were a lot of worries going into this ball game defensively. We still have some concerns, but effort's not one of them.
Your impressions of the field Friday night?
Well, I was telling you before we got, we've been practicing on it. The only thing I missed was before kickoff as you're warming up is that smell of grass in the fall. Other than that, I don't miss it at all, and I'll tell you why. We've not missed one practice because of rain. As long as it's not lightning, you're on that field, it drains tremendous. I thought it looked gorgeous. I thought the stadium looked really good. I hope people are really pleased with what's happening. And I think in the next couple of weeks, you'll see some finalization and it will look even better. Even
though grass cutting is therapeutic to you, you don't have to cut the field at Legion Stadium at least.
No, I don't have to cut the stadium. We try to keep everything else cut, and it is therapeutic sometimes. But now when school starts, and like this time, it gets to be, it gets tough because you're pressed with classes and you're pressed and you've got to jump out there and get on the field and stuff. But, I know I'm a grass guy, but turf in the field between two schools and the amount of traffic that's on that thing was the right decision.
28-20 Sylacauga over Chilton County, and you celebrated that, I guess, for maybe 24 hours, and now you look ahead to Anniston.
Yeah, we were up there at about 7:30 Saturday morning, getting ready for Anniston. We worked the kids out. We let them enjoy it for the whole weekend, but as coaches, we're on Saturday and we go, and then we work to about 10 o'clock Sunday.
And a lot of times people, just the ordinary fan, we don't see all the behind the scenes that's going on with the coaches. And man, we're in there early Saturday morning looking ahead to next week.
It is, and I think people don't understand too, your frustration sometimes when you show your emotions when a kid makes a mistake and stuff goes back to putting in a 7-day-a-week session, getting kids ready, and then he does it right all week in practice, and he gets in a game under those lights and he goes wrong. And it's frustrating sometimes, but that's part of coaching high school.
What about Anniston?
Fast. They're Anniston. Now he's not, he was really old last year. He graduated a lot of kids, but he is tremendously fast. He's got a great running back. The running back scares us to death. He ran a 4.45 at Jack State's camp. He's a real deal. He's got another kid with him. Defensively, they'll be in a 3-3 stack, and they'll just send the house. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're throwing, it doesn't matter if you're a running team. He's sending 8-9 guys at all times, and he's got speed to lock up. Man, we've got to be able to handle that pressure.
One thing that just from the press box and me looking at the game was your kickoff guy. I mean, he kicked it deep every time.
Yeah, we hadn't had a guy like that in a while, and we had to settle Cole down. Cole moved in this summer from Alex City. He's a tremendous athlete. He was trying so hard to impress the first half. He started making some mistakes at receiver. We calmed him down at halftime, and we just kind of let him kick more than anything, and then got him in a little bit.
Leg.
He's got a tremendously strong leg. He'll get better as the year goes on as he settles down.
All right, Sylacauga beating Chilton County 28-20, and look ahead to Anniston on the road on Friday night. And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, because I've had so many ask me, what about our scoreboard?
It's supposed to be started construction at the end of this week. They'll start next week, so that you will see them start construction. They should have that scoreboard up by our next home game and Comer's next home game. So that's the goal, is to have that up and running. You're going to run into some problems sometimes in wiring and that kind of stuff, but we should have it by Lincoln, and Comer should have it by their next home game.
All right. No injuries to talk about from last week?
No, we seem to be pretty healthy. We've been battling sinuses and stomach virus more than anything this week, and I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's going around, but other than that, we're pretty healthy.
All right, Coach Matt Griffith, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School, talking on the Aggies 28-21 over Chilton County, looking ahead to Anniston tomorrow night. Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Griffith, brought to you by Collier Motors Paint and Body in Sylacauga, and that's a special place in your heart. You got one of their guys.
It is. You know, Matt played quarterback for us and just was one of the best dual threat quarterbacks we ever had. He threw for 1,500 his senior year. He rushed for 800. People forget that we led the state in scoring for 11 straight games. We averaged 41 points a game when he was quarterback here. He's one of the first guys I've got to hire back that played for us, and that's been a dream of ours. And we've always wanted a young guy to train and everything, you know. And we've known Norman and Matt and his family for a long time. We think the world of him, and he's doing a great job for us.
All right. We'll see you again next week, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
More on Daybreak. We got more Coach's Corner coming up after this.